Good morning, children. Since most of you would have seen in the previous lecture, I discussed why transportation and communication are called the lifelines of national economy and also briefed you why efficient means of transport are a prerequisite for fast development. So, children, with that being said, today we will start with land transport. What is land transport? Land transport is the transport or movement of people, animals, or goods from one location to another location on land. There are three main forms of land transport, that is, roadways, railways, and pipelines. Let's begin with roadways today. As you can see here on the screen, children, India has one of the largest road networks in the world, aggregating to about 2.3 million kilometers at present. In India, roadways have preceded railways. They still have an edge over railways in view of the ease with which they can be built and maintained. The growing importance of road transport versus rail transport is rooted in the following reasons. The first is construction cost of roads is much lower than that of railway lines. Another advantage of road transport is that roads can cover more geographically harder locations that cannot be done by the railways. Roads can traverse comparatively more dissected and undulating topography. Roads can negotiate higher gradients of slopes and can be easily built in traverse mountains such as Himalayas. Road transport is economical too. It also provides door-to-door service. And the last but not the least, road transport provides links between railway stations, air and seaports. Moving on to the next slide, children, you can see here that I have classified road into two parts, that is, on the basis of capacity and on the basis of material used. So let's see that which are the roads which are classified on the basis of capacity. They are Golden Quadrilateral Superhighways, National Highways, State Highways, District Roads, Border Roads, and other roads. And on the basis of material used, we can classify roads into metal roads and unmetal roads. So we are going to study in detail about these roads. Now, here on the screen, you can see that I have classified roads in detail. So on the basis of capacity, in India, roads are classified in the following 6 classes on the basis of capacity. So first one is Golden Quadrilateral Superhighways. The government has launched a major road development project linking Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Mumbai and Delhi by 6-lane superhighways. The north-south corridors linking Srinagar, which is in Jammu Kashmir, and Kanyakumari, which is in Kerala, and connecting east-west corridor is with Silchar and Gujarat at Porbandar. The major objective of these superhighways is to reduce the time and distance between the megacities of India. These highway projects are being implemented by NHAI. The full form is National Highway Authority of India. Now here you can see on the screen national highways. So national highways link extreme parts of the country. These are the primary road system and are laid and maintained by Central Public Works Department, CPWD. A number of major national highways run in north-south and east-west directions. Then you can see here on the screen a map of India where I have shown golden quadrilateral with golden color. As you can see here, Delhi, uh, Kolkata and Chennai and Mumbai. These are the mega cities, metropolitan cities of India which are connected with each other via this golden quadrilateral. Then I can show you here uh, the north-south corridor which is starting from Srinagar to Kanyakumari. Then we have east-west corridor also linking Silchar in Assam to Porbandar in Gujarat. Now, state highways. Roads linking a state capital with different district headquarters are known as state highways. These roads are constructed and maintained by State Public Works Department, that is SPWD, in state and union territories. District roads. These roads connect the district headquarters with other places of the district. These roads are maintained by the Zilla Parishad. Then other roads. Roads, rural roads which link rural areas and villages with towns are classified under this category. These roads received special impetus under the Pradhan Mantri Gramin Sadak Yojana. Under the scheme, special provisions are made so that every village in the country is linked to a major town in the country by an all-season motorable road. Next we have border roads. Apart from these, Border Roads Organization, a Government of India undertaking, constructs and maintains roads in the bordering areas of the country. This organization was established in 1960 for the development of the roads of strategic importance in the northern and the northeastern border areas. These roads have improved accessibility in areas of difficult terrain and have helped in the economic development of these areas. The Indian Railways is the largest public sector undertaking in the country. The first train steamed off from Mumbai to Thane in 1853, covering a distance of 34 kilometers. Then, here you can see, children, I have classified roads on the basis of material used. So they are metal roads and unmetal roads. Metal roads may be made up of cement, concrete, or even bitumen of coal. Therefore, these are all-weather roads. Unmetal roads go out of use in the rainy season. So children, I hope you have enjoyed the lecture today. If there are any queries, you can save them for our online session on Zoom. Till then, goodbye, take care.